So once you get all your pieces cut, then you're going to take your inner and outer layers and you're going to just sew them along the edge. You can pin them if you want to. I'm doing so many of them, I'm not going to take the time to pin them. They stay in place pretty well. I don't suggest cutting them until you've got your whole line of them that you're doing. This is just one. Then your next part is going to be, you're going to top stitch. So I've got to change my thread color. So you're going to fold over this part, going that direction. Next I'm going to top stitch the seam we just made. So here is the current settings, and we are going to change this to there. Oops. And that's all we're going to change. So now I'm going to fold it like this, and then I line it up. Get it started. And just try to keep it sort of in place while you sew it. That one. Do the same to the next one. We'll give you a seam right along here, holding that in place. Next you'll trim them. I'd suggest doing your whole line that is all the same colors at once. Line it up. Gives you a nice clean edge for the pocket. Next we're going to sew the two pieces together. So we line up, we're going to line up this seam and this seam together. So it looks like this. That's why we folded them over on either side. And then we're just going to use a single pin right here to keep it in place. And then we'll come down to here, put one more pin, those are the only ones that I care about, just to keep it in place till I get to the center. Alright, see, and I'm going to switch it back to there. bottom seam. Alright, so we're going to do the bottom now, and we're going to line them up just like we did the top. And then we'll put in a pin to hold that center seam in place. And then one more over here so that we stay lined up. And it does go quicker when you don't have a camera in front of your face. Because the camera is kind of taking up some of my sewing vision. That's that part. Alright, next we're going to work on the nose area. So I take a piece of double fold bias tape. I'm using 1/2 inch. And then I take my pipe cleaner that's been twisted together and then cut in half. This is only half of the length. And so I place this in here, and then it'll get sewn along the edge. But I don't, this is just going to be the casing, so I fold it in half. You can do this all while you're sewing that top edge, but this is just to show you a better visual of what I'm doing. You can pin it and sew it all together. But that's just added layers at once, so it's up to you how you want to do it. Then we'll sew this onto the top seam. So you fold it in half. Should have did this before I sewed that edge. Fold it in half, find where the center is. Let's make a little clip there, just so you know where it is, so you can line it up with the center of your nose area. So line it up, put it down just a little bit below that top seam. And then pin it in place, and then pin it in place again, and then one more time over here. Make sure your folded side starts over here. You'll start your casing here. And then you'll work this direction. Don't get that close to your pins. Stop it there, because you want to leave yourself enough room to feed this through. Alright, so now you take your pliers, or jewelry ones preferably, but I don't know where mine are, so I'm using needle nose pliers. Fold over the end so it's not sharp. You do the same thing on this side. Fold it over and pinch it to make sure it's in there, because you don't want it to poke somebody. Alright, so fold it in there, slide it on in. Alright, make sure it's in place. Shut first, here. To make sure it doesn't accidentally slide out, and then you're going to fold it over and finish sewing it down. Alright. the bottom seam already done, the top seam. Fold here. We've done the nose. Now we're going to flip it. Now we're just going to flip it right sides out. And then we're going to top stitch the whole thing. Alright, so you've got, this is where your nose piece is. Just fold it over, make it all nice and clean edge right here. Alright, I don't iron. I just move it into place and then sew it down. You can obviously iron it if you want to. Now I'm going to move my needle position back to the far edge, and I'm going to sew. Go quicker. I just can't see what I'm doing very well with this sewing machine. We're going to do the same thing for the nose area. Now I personally like to hold my nose area in place. I guess you could do it with a pin, but I have found these keeps the I find where the wire is, and I push it down, and then I just hold it in place. If I had sewing clips, I'd use those, but they aren't going to be here for another 2 weeks. Just to keep the metal piece from getting too close to the edge here while I'm sewing it. So I don't want to accidentally sew over it. That would be unfortunate. Just hold that one in place. Two binder clips. That's why there's only two. You just fold it over and then fold it over again and sew it down. And make sure you don't sew them together. See? And then you've got a pocket. And then you just sew down the seam after you've folded it over and folded it over. There you go. And then there's the pocket on this side. Next, for the ties, you take your bias tape. For this one, I just have small bias tape because that's just what I have right now. And just sew it shut. If you're using cording or elastic, you won't have to do this step. Okay. And we'll tie the ends once we feed it through. Okay. and then you would feed through your casings with, you know, your tool of choice. I'm going to use this. So I'm going to take one end and tie a knot in it. And that'll keep this end from fraying. And then I twist around that, and then I'm going to feed this through the casing. There. Doesn't normally take that long, but I'm having some technical difficulties. And then, see, and then it pulls it right on through. And you can disconnect that side. Well, except for we still have to finish feeding it through the other side. And then we'll just pull it on through. Pull it down through this side. And then pull it on through. There you go.